More than 1,100 years have passed since the death of Jayavarman II. Of the magnificent temples built after his reign by a long succession of Khmer builder kings, there now remain only ruins. Ruins which reveal the architectural genius, the grandeur, the glory of the vanished Khmer Empire. Even now, in their decay, the monuments stand, unsurpassed in their artistry and architecture, the proud legacy of the present-day Khmers, the wonder and admiration of the modern world. The heavenly Apsaras still smile their enigmatic smiles as they dance on the lotus blossoms on the cracking walls of Angkor. They depict postures and gestures that their earthly counterparts in Cambodia have miraculously preserved despite the passage of centuries. From the sovereign down to the common people, the descendants of the ancient Khmers treasure their traditions. The dances are a part of these traditions. Thus, at the royal palace in Phnom Penh, under the personal supervision of Her Majesty the Queen, royal dancers continue to perform. The dances are still taught, just as they were long ago. Aspirants to the Royal Ballet Corps start their training at an early age. The chief ballet mistresses assign the parts to be played by each student. It may be that of a king, a queen, prince, princess, divinity, giant, ogress, or any of the characters of the Indian classic, the Ramayana, or of the Cambodian legends. Whatever the role, the chief ballet mistresses base their choices on the physical type of the student. For a beginning, the basic postures and gestures are painstakingly taught the little novices. In time, the ballet mistresses will teach them the various dance movements, then entire parts. But years will have passed. The little apprentices will have grown into mature girls before they fully acquire the ability to move through the complicated postures and gestures gracefully, without effort. A gesture that is easy to understand, but which requires much practice to execute with grace, is the Anjali salutation. It signifies adoration, homage, worship, respect. In its simpler form, it is the gesture of greeting used by the Khmers in everyday life. Fluid grace and extraordinary flexibility of the joints are requisites for a royal dancer. To acquire them, the students regularly exercise for suppleness. The natural suppleness of youth comes to the aid of the students in these complicated, difficult exercises. Most of the themes for the dances were derived from the Indian epic, the Ramayana. In the Ramayana, Sita, the wife of Prince Rama, was abducted by the giant, Ravana. Hanuman, the monkey god, and his army of monkeys aided Prince Rama to rescue the beautiful Sita. For the future roles of Hanuman and the members of his mischievous horde, male dancers are trained early in life. Except for a few male dancers who play the animal and comic roles, all the characters, whether male or female, are assumed by female dancers. Notwithstanding the charming legend about its celestial origin, the Cambodian dance had its beginning in the ceremonial dances of India. In the course of time, the Khmers imprinted upon them the marks of their own culture, their personality and artistic taste, making the dances, the postures and gestures the unique creation of their genius. Most of the teachers are retired dancers, but young women still dancing in the Royal Ballet Corps help out also with the training of tomorrow's artists. The legs and feet have their delicate interpretive roles to play in Cambodian dancing. However, all the major expressions are left to the hands. No effort, patience, skill, and expense is spared in the preparation of the dancers' costumes. Threads of gold and silver abound. The unbelievable attention to details displayed by the ancient sculptors in the decorative sculptures of Angkor is evident in the fanciful designs and adornments of these colorful costumes. A born twin to the dance, the masks, or the art of making them, have outlived the 1,000 years. They will last as long as the ballet endures, for they are essential to the royal dance. Making the masks is one of the traditional arts taught at the École des Beaux-Arts. It is there where the masks of the royal dancers are made. Although the female roles do not use them, most of the male roles require masks to represent the characters depicted. The most expensive item of the dancer's costume, the makut, or crown, is usually made of gold. Anger, sadness, entreaty, appeasement, love, and on through the whole gamut of human emotions, all these can be expressed by the gestures in Cambodian dancing. Sometimes the gestures are easy to understand. At times they require careful thought and study. But easy or hard, the gestures are done with the exquisite poetry and grace born of years of rigid discipline and ceaseless practice. A prince pays court to a princess, and his amorous advances are rejected with gestures that were created centuries ago. Each gesture and posture are practiced rigorously, severely, exactly. Not even a full-fledged dancer is permitted to introduce her own innovations or deviate even a mite from the fixed, age-old patterns handed down by the apsaras. Like custodians of a priceless heirloom, and the Cambodian dance is a priceless heirloom, the teachers watch sharply, quick to rectify. Even after they have attained full stature as royal dancers, the members of the Royal Ballet Corps, like all true artists, keep regular rehearsals. Waving canes in lieu of the jeweled swords they use in actual performances, two dancers practice the epic encounter between Prince Rama and the many-headed giant Ravana. In the end, goodness triumphs over evil. The hero of the Ramayana vanquished the giant who had abducted his beautiful wife, Sita. In a real performance with glittering, colorful costumes and the fearsome mask of Ravana, the combat becomes a fantastic duel in a fairy tale world. In the olden days, royal dancers performed in the half-clad fashion of the legendary apsaras. His Majesty, King Ong Dong Harirak Uriamea, who reigned from 1841 to 1860, commanded full costumes for the dancers. In themselves, the jewelry and costumes are worth a fortune. Gold, silver, diamonds, and other precious stones ornament the costumes of brocade, lame, or silk of each principal character. The various jewelry worn by the dancers are also made and repaired at the École des Beaux-Arts. These again, like the postures and gestures and the masks, are a part of the tradition of the dance. Each piece of jewelry is a replica in design of the ornaments worn by the stone apsaras of Angkor.